Welcome back to another 50 States of Strange, where I talk about the weird and strange in every state and I paint a creepy painting while I do that. Today's episode is on Iowa, and look at my map. It's getting more colorful because we are slowly but surely getting through all the states. We got some pretty interesting stuff today. Viewer discretion, like always, is advised because I will be talking about things like murder and ghosts and creepy things. So, yeah. Let's go. Here's what we're starting out with in our little farm scene. It's so cute. I'm going to start out with true crime today, so if that is not your cup of tea, I will make sure to put that timestamp in the comments below so you could skip this part if you'd like. Otherwise, I'm going to talk about a real piece of crap guy. Our true crime topic is on Gano Smith. Gano Smith used to live in Denver, Colorado, and at some point along the way, whoever he was living with there, it wasn't working out, so he decided that he was going to go live with his stepmother, Juanita Smith, in Iowa. But at some point, I guess things don't go well here either because he decides he's going to not stay with his stepmom anymore and he goes to live with his uncle. While he's living with his uncle and his uncle's family, he's just described as a quiet, methodical, hardworking farmhand. Nothing too extraordinary about him. And let me give you a list of everybody who's living in the house at the time. So in the McBeth household, we have Andrew, his wife Dora, and their three kids, Amos and Anna, who are 19, Donna, who is 17, and also has an infant boy named Perry, and Patsy, who is the youngest. She is 15. So yeah, with all of them and Gano, they definitely got a full house up in there. Now, Gano can't just be nice and quiet, because if that was the case, I would not be talking about him on here. On May 27th, 1962, the McBeth teens decide that they want to go to a dance, and Gano comes with them. He drives them there, hangs out for a little bit, but then he dips and he leaves till about midnight. And he comes to pick everybody back up. And when he comes to pick them up, a big storm rolls through. So, lightning, rain. And so they all stop for food before they get back on the road. And when they get back home, they see that, all the lights are off. So they're guessing it's from the storm. However, they can't find their parents. So they all grab flashlights and they spread out and they start looking for Andrew and Dora. While searching, Donna and Amos come across the bodies of their parents in the garage. They had been killed and drugged in there. And Gano pops up with a freaking gun and he shoots Amos in the face. Unfortunately, it did not kill Amos right away. And so he is shot again. And then Donna gets shot as well. Then Patsy comes in and Gano shoots Patsy, but he hits Patsy in the shoulder. And so Patsy takes off running. At this point, it's safe to assume that everybody is dead, and so Patsy is just booking it through the fields. She keeps having to bob and weave through all the grass and in the ditches and stuff to run away from Gano because he's pursuing her. And she finally makes it to a neighboring farmhouse where she can call her uncle, which is Andrew's brother, and his name is Furman. And she gets a hold of him, and they call the police. They show up. Thankfully, they find, I ran out of breath for a minute. I just had a huge coughing fit. My bad. I might sound kind of like an old man for a minute. Gano is able to hide out for 4 days before authorities pick him up. But when they do pick him up, he admits to the murders. But get this. So turns out while he has been staying with his uncle, all during that time, his stepmother, Juanita, has been missing for several months. And so while he's there admitting to the murders of the McBeth family, he also admits that he killed his stepmother, Juanita. So yeah, this guy has been killing people for a minute. While he's on trial, he doesn't try to do an insanity plea or anything like that. He doesn't try to contest anything. He basically just takes a plea bargain, and they charge him with 5 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of second-degree murder. And so they end up coming to the conclusion that they are going to give him 5 life terms plus another 50 years. So technically 6 life terms consecutively and hard labor. So he is not going to have a fun time in prison for the rest of his life. Oh, and don't worry about baby Perry. Perry gets adopted by Andrew's brother Furman and gets to grow up with him and his family. However, Perry does, as he gets older, tells people about how much it affected him, growing up without his family, because he said that he had a lot of problems in school. He would like bully people, or he would just like take his frustrations out. And yeah, so it affected him even though he was just a baby when it happened, obviously. While Gano is incarcerated, he actually tries to get a new trial, but he is unsuccessful. And so he decides to pursue further education, and he wants to completely change things around. He wants to try to reform the prison system, and he just decides that he wants to, do as much good as he possibly can while he's stuck in there. However, in 2005, on May 16th, he passed away due to heart problems. And when Perry found out this information, he said, quote, "I'm glad he's dead. It was the best day of my life. I hope he burns in hell forever," end quote. And you know what, Perry? I don't blame you. Okay, that was all for the true crime portion today. Let's switch gears and we're going to head over into the paranormal and supernatural side of Iowa. I don't know what it is with y'all in Iowa, but you guys seem to have a weird fascination with stone angels, because a huge majority of today has a lot to do with statues of angels. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Black Angel of Iowa City. This one is located in Oakland Cemetery, and the legend goes, if you kiss or touch this angel, you die. And if you are pregnant and you walk under the outstretched wing of the angel, you will miscarry your child. Okay, well, whoever discovered that these things happen when you do that, who would continue to do these things? Like, I'm sorry. No truth or dare in these cemeteries, okay, please, children? But that's not the only Black Angel of Iowa, because there's another Black Angel known as the Black Angel of Bluffs, and this one is located at Fairview Cemetery in Council Bluffs, and this one is known to follow people with its eyes, and whoever touches it will get sick, and it is reported that it flies away at night and then will return before the sun comes up. Oh my gosh. What is up with these freaking creepy statues? The last angel I'm talking about is the Weeping Angel. This one is located in Shellsburg Cemetery, and this one is reported to have tears roll down its face, and you will be able to hear crying coming from the statue at night. Again, freaking weird and creepy. I don't know why y'all got some haunted angel statues, but good for you. This one isn't an angel, but it is in a cemetery. It is called the Devil's Chair. It is located in Union Cemetery in Guthrie Center, and it is between 2 unmarked graves. And it is said if you sit on this chair, bad luck or even death will befall you. No thanks. All right, out of the cemeteries and into some haunted buildings. The Clarion Haunted House has a creepy story behind it. If you walk up the stairs in this house and you take a photo home with you and sleep with it, which I don't know why you would do this. And again, who decided that you needed to take a photo and sleep with it? I don't know. Either way, if you sleep with the photo, you will wake up and it will be missing, and you will go back to the house and that photo will be right back where you found it, except this time the photo will have a dark figure in it, and it is referred to as George, and George will haunt you. Why? Why would anybody do this? Another spooky place you could visit is the Independence State Hospital. This hospital was built in 1873, and it housed everybody from the criminally insane to the mentally ill to drug and alcohol addicts, as well as geriatric patients. So it's like a nursing home, hospital, 4-in-1, everything. And you could find a graveyard on the premises, as well as some hydrotherapy tubs and lobotomy equipment are still left there. And this place has all of your classic signs of a haunting. You got poltergeist activity, you got sounds, you got apparitions, you got it all. And I have to include the Villisca Axe Murder House. It is pretty popular. Here, 8 members of 2 families were brutally hacked to death with an axe in their sleep. The murderer was never found. There was a traveling preacher that had been tried, but he was acquitted. Here, people claim to see green lights and apparitions, vanishing blood stains, and all that spooky stuff. Here is the final painting, and here's a little close-up of the silhouette of my guy carrying his shotgun. I don't know why I didn't zoom in on it more when I was showing the final look, but we are finished and we are done today. All right, that does it for Iowa, and that does it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please give me any ideas or recommendations that you guys have on, stories from states. If I haven't done your state yet and you have a cool story, send it to me and I will try to include it in the episode that I do on your state. And the next episode will not be here. It will be at Bailey's house because I will be in Colorado again. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you on the next episode. Bye-bye.